It just keeps happening. In today's loss against the Phoenix Suns, the Dallas Mavericks continue their tank, and it's not a tank of we're healthy but we're trying to get a better draft pick. It's the tank where even if we try to win these games, we're most likely still going to lose. And in today's game, we had not only one, not only two, but we had 3 players get hurt, with only one coming back, which leaves us with only 7 available players ahead of tomorrow's game against the San Antonio Spurs. So in this video, we're going to take a look at how well did we play today against the Suns. Who is all hurt? Who's all available? And what does this mean for the Mavericks moving forward? But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we finally did it. After weeks and weeks of begging, we finally hit 20,000 subscribers. I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. We're hitting milestone after milestone after milestone. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, make sure you subscribe. I'd appreciate it greatly. But like I said, it just doesn't seem to stop. Players keep getting hurt. Guys, after every single game, it seems like we get a new update to our injury report, and it's never who's coming back or who's making progress. It's who now is being added to this list. In the game the other day against the Memphis Grizzlies, we did see Dante Exum as well as Caleb Martin coming back from their injury. But in today's game, it seems like we lost a few more players due to injury, and you can probably surmise, if you didn't watch the game, you could probably surmise exactly who I'm talking about just from the thumbnail alone. But if we take a look right here, this was a collision between Dwight Powell and Kessler Edwards as they were vigorously fighting for a loose ball rebound to get this team going on an offensive run. Dwight Powell did start to bleed from his forehead. He left the game to get stitches. Kessler Edwards also went to the locker room, but he eventually came back. And it doesn't just stop there, as we had another injury. Brandon Williams will not return to today's game against the Phoenix Suns due to left hamstring tightness, which absolutely sucks because after the game against the Memphis Grizzlies, where Brandon Williams was just absolutely balling, he was very efficient, hitting shots, doing all the small things that we were asking him to do, in this case, because of all these injuries, all the big things that we're asking from everybody. And that continued today before his injury, before he left the game. He was also playing great defense, getting some really timely steals, getting guys open, hitting his own shots. Things were looking good. And then, of course, the curse of the Mavericks continue. You want to start playing good? Here's a little injury on you. I mean, we saw that with Kai Jones. His first game with the Mavericks, he looked amazing, looked unstoppable, looked like a player that we could sign in the offseason. He only played one game because now he's got a quad issue and he's going to have to miss more time. The Dallas Mavericks just can't catch a break. The fans can't catch a break. We know that we're going to lose the majority of these games, if not all the games left this season. But it just doesn't feel good when you go to watch these guys play and someone's getting hurt. I know we only got about 7 players available. Tonight we had 9. Now we got 7. So yes, it's only going to eventually lead to more injuries as more guys have to play heavy minutes. And things like a calf or a hamstring tightness may occur. 2 players running into each other. I mean, we all know Dwight Powell hits himself, or something hits Dwight Powell in the head literally every single game. It's unfortunate that this time it seems like there was actual real damage done. But in tonight's game against the Phoenix Suns, we take a look at the box score real quick. Naji Marshall had an amazing game. He had 34 points. He had 2 steals, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds. Kessler Edwards had 10 points, 1 block, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. Klay Thompson, who had a very good second half, had 26 points. He did have 2 turnovers, but he had 1 steal, 4 assists, and 6 rebounds, shooting 5 of 14 from the 3 and 8 of 20 from the floor. Brandon Williams, before he left for the game, had 13 points, 3 steals, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And Max Christie, having a bounce-back game after he had a little drought. He came back in tonight's game with 12 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, shooting 4 of 5 from 3. And off the bench, Caleb Martin in only 18 minutes had 3 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And the thing about Caleb Martin is that he does provide a lot of good defense. I know that this team is injured right now, so we don't really know the full potential of this team. We saw a little glimpse of it when Anthony Davis played against the Rockets. But what I saw in the Grizzlies game, and also what I saw tonight, was that Caleb Martin, if he's still on this team come next season, having him on the floor alongside PJ Washington or even Naji Marshall is going to be amazing for this team's defense. He is a very good wing defender. He doesn't really like to switch too many times. He takes a lot of pride on defense and is a total pest. And what I saw tonight was something that I hope carries on forward with the Dallas Mavericks if he's still on the team. But to finish out the box score, Dwight Powell in 6 minutes had 2 points, 1 block, 3 rebounds, and 1 laceration to the forehead. Spencer Dinwiddie had 4 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. And Dante Exum had 12 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds, shooting 2 of 3 from 3 and 5 of 8 from the floor. And one thing that I found very interesting with the Dallas Mavericks is that tonight we shot 17 of 42 from 3. 17 of 42 from 3. I did not realize that almost half the shots we took tonight were threes, and we only made about 40% of almost half of our threes we made. It's impressive or high volume because we can't really attack the basket because we don't have anybody of notable size, and just shoot the ball, hope for the best, pretty much. That's what it seems like with the Dallas Mavericks. But one thing that you want to kind of put into context is this right here. The Mavs are down to 7 healthy players after Dwight Powell and Kessler Edwards collided with each other. Both went to the locker room. Naji Marshall is the only Dallas player available who is taller than 6'6". So in tomorrow's game against the Phoenix Suns, Naji Marshall may have to play the center position. We have no one else taller than 6'6". We're going to see Naji Marshall during tip-off, trying to just win the tip-off. Obviously, the Spurs don't have Victor Wembanyama, so we don't have to worry about that being a problem. But they do have Stephon Castle. They have a couple other good players as well. But with only 7 of our guys, I mean, we put up a pretty good fight against the Memphis Grizzlies for the most part. Against the Phoenix Suns, we put up some semblance of a fight until, the fourth quarter. This Dallas Mavericks team is going to have a very, very long end to the season. We only have 17 games left. But those 17 games feel like an eternity from now as we keep getting injured. We keep getting losses. I mean, I feel sorry for Clay. Clay came here thinking he's going to play alongside Kyrie and Luka. At the start of the season, at the end of the season, he's like, it's just me and some G League and two-way guys. It's very upsetting for a lot of people, and obviously with the non-update we got the other day, it seems like Derrick Lively, Daniel Gafford, as well as Anthony Davis most likely won't return for the remainder of the season. I'm sure we're just waiting for them to tell us that they're going to sit for the rest of the season, but that's what it feels like with every passing game, with every passing loss, as we further and further slide down the Western Conference. It doesn't make sense to rush anybody back. It doesn't make sense to ask anybody that's dealing with an injury, hey, come back and play. Why? We're going to lose anyway. You may as well get some rest, right? Another thing that we want to look at right here, because we haven't done these in a while, I'll go ahead and play the animation on who stood on business. It's been a while since we talked about who stood on business. But if we had to pick somebody, I gotta say Naji Marshall. With all these injuries and with the way Naji Marshall has been having, I'll say, an up and down season. He's had some very good moments with the team. He's had a few slumps, and obviously he's been dealing with sickness for the majority of the season, as well as a few small injuries here or there. Naji Marshall has really been playing well over the last several games, and tonight he almost got a triple-double. He was 1 rebound short, but he did have a career high in points. If we take a look right here, Naji Marshall had 34 points, 10 assists, and 9 rebounds, while shooting 13 of 22 from the floor. Shout out to the knife, doing all the things necessary to make it look like we're not intentionally throwing games. We still got to make it look competitive, still got to look like we're trying. But as always, the tank is still here. The tank is fueled up and ready to go. We are projected to get the 13th pick. We have only a 1% chance of getting the number 1 pick. So anything's possible. Possibly Cooper Flag. It's not 0. We don't have a 0% chance. It is possible. But probably not. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think Naji Marshall stood on business? Do you think it was someone else? Do you think this tank is necessary? Or do you still believe in a playoff run? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We'd have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far into the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing giveaway every single month on this channel. Only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But till next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.